Hey, welcome. This is a Dragon Path Oracle reading. Actually, watch the first video, but I did a past life energy oracle reading and the dragons came in. And so for this reading, I pulled a dragon card, a past life energy oracle card, and an angel wisdom card. I did the first 3 piles already, but there were some issues with my phone. So, pile number 4. This is the 3rd time I'm starting this. Let's hope this time it sticks. This is the Platinum Dragon, the number 32 could be important for you. I was saying that this is a whimsical card and I love the illustrations from this deck. It's by Carolyn Mitchell, I believe. This is the chakra system, so it could be important for you to do some chakra work to cleanse and clear and rebalance your chakras. Then we have the Finding Love card, the number 17 or the number 8 could be important to you. This card is from the Past Life Energy Oracle, spouse or lover. Excuse me. And then we had the 7 of Wands, and I had mentioned that these astrological symbols, so we have the moon. I'm not sure what this one is on the top left, the one below that, that one. I don't know if you can see that. It's a circle with a K. And then we have that one, which I think is Venus, Saturn, and then Mars. The 7 of Wands. The letters A and R could be important to you. The number 11 could be important to you. And then I also mentioned you could be a fire sign or an earth sign, or those could be prominent placements in your natal chart. We have the letter U could be important to you. I think that's 16, if I'm not mistaken. 16, 21, I don't know. The number 9. And I had mentioned when I first started recording that this dress is just so regal, and I love the crown and the bird. Right now there's birds chirping outside. Birds could be significant for you. Watch out for them. They are messengers. Excuse me. Okay. Kind of thrown off because I'm like, wow, I actually got through to the point. But when I had first laid these cards out the first time, I was really excited for you. The Platinum Dragon is a very powerful dragon to work with. The 7 of Fire says, stand up for yourself and your beliefs, have confidence, challenge those in power, but also choose your battles wisely. And what I had gotten from this is also related to my Instagram, where I had posted a bunch of birds actually that I had seen and heard on my walkabout in nature, and they were all yellow. And so I had, mentioned that having confidence is important. Working with your solar plexus chakra, maybe getting that back into balance is important. Also the sacral chakra and the heart chakra, because those are kind of standing out to me. These aren't really reds to me, even though this is the fire. To me, these look more orange, and the bird in the 9 of Earth or the 9 of Pentacles card is like an orange. And then there's the gold, which is like a yellow. So I'm feeling more, maybe there's a little bit of work to do on your root chakra, but not as much as the sacral, solar, and heart chakras, as well as the upper heart or the higher heart chakra. Because I have, when I laid out the cards, the whole reading, the rose quartz has been in between the past life card and the dragon card. So I feel like that's significant for you. Oh, and there's grapes here, so maybe eat some grapes, the red ones. Those are supposed to be good for you, according to people who know things. Okay. Platinum Dragon. Let's go. Excuse me. Let us see where the dragon is. Let us see, let us see. I don't know why I just did a Russian accent or an Eastern European accent. Or Western? Eastern. I don't know. Europe. What? Okay. All right. Platinum Dragon. Oh, did I say the number 5 as well? The number 5 could be significant for you. This incredible being is the guardian of the Atlantean temples. He connects to Saint Germain. Oh my God, before I started your reading, because of the technical difficulties and the way that the first 3 piles went, I just called on Archangel Zadkiel and Saint Germain and the violet flame to cleanse and clear my energy before I started your pile for the 3rd time. So I love that synchronicity. Definitely, if you're not familiar with Saint Germain, I would most definitely, and I plan on doing, and this is just every pile really. Before I had started this reading today, I had set my cards in order, the decks in order, where I grouped them together. So I put the Divine Masters and the Keepers of the Light and the Energy Spirit Oracle together, because I plan on doing a reading with them about the Ascended Masters, or messages from the Ascended Masters. So I think it's funny that Saint Germain as Ascended Master comes up after I just called on his energy to help me clear my energy and ground my energy. That's so magical. Okay. So, okay, Platinum Dragon. This incredible being is the guardian of the Atlantean temples. He connects to Saint Germain and is the historian and record keeper of all events during the Atlantean era. He can take you to and bestow upon you the magic encompassed in that time. His message: I am the keeper of secrets, which are as old as the universe itself. I am here to impart this ancient knowledge to you, for yourself and others. This wisdom has been hidden for eons and forgotten by many. Now is the time for these memories to resurface and for you to acquire ancient knowledge. Like many things, these secrets have been hidden in plain view. All you need to do is ask to be reconnected to them. During meditation, Platinum will show you what to learn and recall, bring you into full alignment with new chakra energy, and guide you through the chakra color system. He will make you aware of your healing potential and connect with your abilities deeply, enabling you to clear the lower vibrations from your physical and spiritual bodies, paving the way for you to become a truly awesome spiritual warrior. I love that. I really do. I love that. Thank you, Platinum. Appreciate that. He's actually come up as one of my dragon guides many times, so I love that for us. Also, you know, clearing, when it said clearing negative energies, I don't want there to be confusion. Like when it comes to the shadow energies or negative energies, they have their place. They are important. They are teachers, just like the light can be teachers, just like positive energies can be teachers. We humans tend to place these values of negative or positive onto things. And when it comes to emotions in particular, they are there for a reason. They teach you what you need to learn. And let's get into the finding love card, because I was just going to say, like, especially given what spurred the inspiration for this reading in the first place, which was past life energy, I feel like for this pile 4, you are coming into a place of not just finding love romantically, but also in community, finding love in self, right? Because the rose quartz is one of its attributes and properties is self-love. So, you know, working on your self-love will help you find love in all ways, because it all starts within. This is like a repeating message I've been doing for the past 2 readings. As within, so without. So like you find love in yourself, and that naturally attracts to you the love you want to receive. You give it to yourself and you receive it from the outward experience. Law of attraction could be something for you to look into if you're not familiar with it already. And even if you are, it might be worth looking into again, just maybe finding a different teacher of it, or maybe looking at it from a different perspective. I don't know. Finding love, spouse, lover. This card reveals the potential of a past life love reconnecting in some way. Relationships change from life to life. Through repeated incarnations, we grow closer and closer. First, we start out as passing acquaintances, then we become friends. After some lifetimes, closer relationships develop, such as family members, cousins, siblings, parents, and children. In time, even a greater intimacy connects us, and we move into more profound attachments with one another. Some become closer emotionally, others expand into physical intimacy as well. This card indicates some connection from the past is returning to you in a new relationship, or a present love based in the past is going to grow into something more caring and profound. You may recognize the past life bond merely in the resonance you feel when you meet. This may express itself in a romantic association, but the new love may also appear in the form of a profoundly compassionate and resonant friend. Of course, your choice to be your own best friend and loving supporter will open the door to this karmic reunion even further. Open your heart to all types of potential love reaching out to you from the distant past. Soon the whispers of old friends will turn into the music of happy present companions. I love that. And some of you may think like, oh, you said that. And I'm only saying this because why am I explaining myself? Anyway, I was going to say, this is a new deck for me. I've used it a handful of times. I did not memorize this. So what I said, the message I got was channeled. For those of you who maybe are new to channeling, psychics, things like that, I can sit here and explain it until I'm blue in the face, but it's up to you to choose to believe it or not to. I choose to believe it. I was going to move on and I'm like, well, wait a second. I choose to believe it because I find it to be magical and whimsical. And that just makes life more fun and enjoyable. And it brings me into my inner child. It brings me into connection with my inner child further. And that brings me into balance because the inner child is a part of our soul. And it's not just inner child. There's the inner teen, the adolescent, the young adult, the adult, like past selves from this current life where, different periods of growth have happened. And bringing those past selves into balance with my present self helps me balance out my view on the world, because you can't be too serious, right? You can't take it too seriously. Otherwise, that just makes your life miserable. All right, the karmic shift. Remember, your first and most important karmic relationship is with yourself. The universe and your own energetic readiness is preparing you for heartfelt love. Treat yourself the way you want to be treated. You deserve love in all its forms. Know that your eternal soul projects and receives divine love at every turn and in every breath. Someone who resonates at that same soul level longs to share that beautiful energy with you. An affirmation you can use is, let's see, focus. I am attracting tender love and encouragement to me, and I always choose to give that to myself. That is something that you can journal. I think I mentioned this in a pile before, where for me, for affirmations, until I memorize it, it helps me to write it out and say it at the same time. And then it really you repeat it a couple of times every day for at least 21 days for it to become a habit and to create the neural pathways in your brain. And then the magic starts to flow. because you're literally attracting the energy that you're repeating. That's why affirmations are so powerful. Angel Wisdom Tarot, the 7 of Fire. Oh man, BTS. What's the name of that song? Burn? No. Burn It Up. I don't know. There's a BTS song. I can't remember that. It was a popular one. Anyway, 7 of Fire. The time has come for you to stand up for yourself. Don't let others create self-doubt or talk you out of what you know is right for you, at least. No is right for you, at least. You know exactly what to do, and your thoughts and feelings are perfectly accurate. Don't back down. This isn't the time for compromise, unless it's just not worth it. This is a duality card, so it also carries the message of choosing your battles. Would your energy be better off focused elsewhere, on something more important? Listen to your intuition and your instincts. If this matter is extremely important to you, when you stand your ground, if it's extremely important to you, then stand your ground. If it's just sort of a whatever, don't waste your energy. Don't allow people in power to intimidate you. Assert yourself. Sign petitions, call your local government, or attend rallies to show that there's strength in numbers. Interesting. Additional meanings of this card: affirming your rights, learning to say no, defending your position, challenging those in power, courage through adversity, physical fitness training. The wisdom of the card is relating back to strength. You're reminded of just how powerful you are. Archangel Ariel, the lioness of God, will stand by your side through any challenge. Just call on her. Archangel Ariel. I'm kind of curious. With this finding love, what is this? I'm kind of curious. Screw it. Okay. I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to do it. This 7 of Fire card. What does the 7 of Fire card for pile number 4 have to do with? What does the 7 of Fire card have to do with? Okay. Apparently it has to do with business. We have the 4 of Earth. The letters M or I, the number 14 or 5, the number 4. It says managing your resources wisely, extremes in how you give or receive money, time, or emotions. Smart business decisions, seeing things as black or white, and being charitable. Interesting. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the 2 of Swords, or the 2 of Air. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision. Follow your own heart rather than trying to make others happy. Pretending there is no problem or overanalyzing the situation. So we have this on the 7 of Wands. So when it comes to standing up for yourself, the guidance is clear what it's about. At least to me, it's clear. You're overanalyzing the situation. Go with what your heart says and keep it simple. Like, don't go to extremes in who you give your money to, or your time, or your emotions. This kind of feels like it leads back to one of the other piles, but I'm not going to go back into that energy right now. So just follow your heart. Don't try to make other people happy. It's not worth it. You end up losing yourself in that way. And the number 6 could be important to you. And then, and the letter H. Or the number 18. Or the number 9. And then the 9 of Earth is right there. So, all right. I clarified that. And as far as it relates to the finding love, I feel like as soon as I say that, I get to this. The wheel, a fresh new start or the end of delays, sudden or unexpected progress, a very positive change in your life, travel, or a new vehicle. The Three of Earth, or the Three of Pentacles. Do what you love, recognition for the highest quality of work, especially creative endeavors, being paid well for your craft, working well with others, and an excellent reputation. The letters G and R, the number 8, and the number 10. 10 is the number of completion, which is why it is the wheel. So the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. Jupiter, check out your Jupiter placements in your birth chart or your natal chart. And as far as it, because I pulled these to confirm or to clarify the Finding Love card, because I was thinking like, okay, so we clarified this, the Seven of Wands, which is standing up for yourself and your beliefs and having confidence and choosing your battles wisely. So for some of you, I feel like there's a situation where you need to make a fresh new start, stop delaying things. Especially when it comes to who or what you give your money, your time, and your emotions to. And, you know, following your heart. Follow love. Follow love and you'll find love. Clear as day. Okay. All right. Let's go for the 9. Well, because now I kind of want to... I like, that was my... All right, I won't do that. Jeez. All right, bud. Sam. It's okay. Okay. He's been patiently waiting for like hours at this point, so I was gonna read the meanings in the book from these 4 cards, but I'm not going to because I don't think he wants me to. All right, the 9 of Earth, 9 of Pentacles. Let's go to that. Plus, my voice is kind of raspy. Where are we at? Where's the Earth? There we go. All right. Success, contentment, luxury, and self-nurturing. Nothing in your life has been handed to you. You've worked hard, and you deserve this time to just enjoy the fruits of your labor. You may choose to reward yourself with a long vacation, or perhaps you wish to buy yourself something special. Maybe you're nearing retirement, or you've been prosperous enough to work for fun instead of for money. Sometimes this card means you could stop working, but you're just not ready for that. It might be beneficial to spend some time in comfortable solitude, perhaps enjoying time out in nature. You no longer need the company of others to be happy. Additional meanings could be being successfully self-employed, creating a beautiful environment, redecorating, unexpected financial windfalls, enjoying the finer things in life, a love of animals and nature. And the wisdom of this card, Archangel Uriel brings the sun to shine upon your face. You've earned this time of peace as recognition for your hard work. Okay, so like these cards show that you've and also the wheel is, wait, is it the last card? I think it is. No, is it? Yes, it is. It is. Wait, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Hold on. Wait. No, it is the last card. See, I was doubting myself. And wasn't that, wait, wasn't it? Wait, no. Okay, all right, bud. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision. Okay, so like, I was overanalyzing it, right? And that just encompasses the energy of this spread. Because I had the right answer, because the wheel is the last card in the major arcana, which is life's progress through, or the progress through life, like the journey of the human being through life. And, or at least that's a vague explanation. Okay, anyway, the point that I'm trying to get to here is you've done the work. You've done the work, right? You've been through the battles, okay? Now is your time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Stop overanalyzing the situation. However, continue to manage your resources wisely, and resources don't just mean money. It means your time and your energy and your emotions. So you can be charitable, but make sure you're using your discernment and you're not overextending yourself or giving to those who don't give back, who don't reciprocate. And standing up for yourself, because that was like the main thing, right? It was like stand up for yourself and your beliefs, have confidence, and challenge those in power, but also choose your battles wisely. So you know better than some stranger, right? Where you need to focus on. But the main message is you've done the hard work, okay? Now do what you love, and love will find you. Pile 4, let's get some guardian angel messages. Loving messages from your guardian angels for pile 4. I can't believe he growled like that. That was wild. Messages for pile 4. Oop. Surrender. Remain positive about the future of our planet. For all is part of humanity's evolution. There is a divine order to all the chaos which you perceive in our world. Nothing will ever truly change until we learn to love and accept all as it is. Lovingly surrender your judgments and expectations, and your life will magically transform. Love that. One more for pile 4, please. Please, Shibaba. Speaking gibberish. All right. We have creativity. We, your angelic messengers, are here to help unleash the endless creative potential that you possess. Listen to the whispers of love inside your heart as we communicate with you through feeling and emotion. Let go of fear and apprehension and express the endless source of creativity you possess. Have fun and allow the inner child within you to express your true essence. All is valid. And then dreams. Excuse me. I think this one came out before in another pile. This is a wondrous time of healing and positive transformation. Embrace life each moment and keep focused on your dreams. Retain the purity of your vision and you will draw success to you. All you ever wished for, even that which seemed a distant dream, is about to manifest. So if you've been, trying to manifest a lover, a spouse, a partner, stay true to yourself, to your dreams, enjoy yourself, spend time in nature, be discerning with who you give money to or time to or resources to, and do your best not to overanalyze the situation. Like, follow your heart. Follow your heart. If there's anything, if the through line would be follow your heart. Okay? It knows what it's doing. Our hearts are very smart. Oh, and these are in the shape of a heart. Okay. Follow your heart. Pile 4. Follow your heart. Okay? I hope that... Oh, and call on Platinum Dragon. Very powerful. Very powerful. Pile 4, thank you for joining me. I will see you in the next one. Okay, Grace. We have Grace, Dragon. Oh, what a... Ooh. I don't even know the word to describe this. What would be a word to describe this dragon? Pointy. Pointy. Pointy Grace Dragon. The number 15 could be important for you. Pointy, right? Spiky, kind of. Grace. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Grace. Grace, 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 Grace. What? I don't know that I've gotten this dragon before. Oh, okay. The number 40. Passions and interests. Hobbies, sports, and favorite pastimes. I like this. I like this. Oh, and you got 3. Ooh, the King of Air. No, wait, the King of Water. The One of Air. Ooh. And the Page of... What is that creature? Well, what is that creature? I was going to say salamander, but it's got wings. It has wings. It has wings. The letter P could be significant for you. You could have fire, air, and water placements in your chart. The number 1, the letter C, the number 7. Okay. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about the passions and interests. Oh, I feel like this could be a continuation of pile number 4. But it doesn't have to be. Oh, and you know what? In wait. Hold on. Wait. You just wait 1 second. Where are you? It's not you. Nope, not you. Nope. Wait. No. I think pile number 1. Oh, it was in the last reading. I think I would have. Okay, pile number 1, I believe, in the past life energy oracle, or the past life energy reading that I just posted, had a lot of butterflies. Oh, was it pile 1 or pile 2? It's hard for me to remember right now in this moment, but I feel like I mentioned, whichever one of these piles from this reading that I mentioned, the education, I think the education one was pile number 1 in the past life energy reading. If you think it's important, you can look. Anyway, my point was the butterflies, the black and blue butterflies. If you watch that reading, you'll understand. Anyway, that could be confirmation for some of you that this is your reading. The King of Water card, the keywords are trustworthy, honorable, devoted, cautious, someone you can completely trust, a situation that is safe, a solid romantic relationship, hidden but well-intentioned emotions, a charitable benefactor, and seeing a counselor. For the One of Air, the One of Swords, the keywords are brilliant ideas that may need refinement, overcoming obstacles with faith that everything will work out, communicate clearly and concisely, and remain objective. And then the Page of Wands, or the Page of Fire, we have enthusiastic, optimistic, creative, and patient. News of exciting opportunities, allowing your creativity to soar, doing things that fuel your passions, and finishing what you start. And we have passions here twice. Just intuitively, I'm getting like for some of the people who chose this pile, giving yourself grace for not necessarily completing your creative endeavors or things that you're passionate about or your interests. And passions could be a relationship for some of you, given that the last pile had that card, and I feel like this is a continuation of pile 4. Give yourself grace and trust that the universe has your back, because and have faith that that everything will work out. Because like this reading, I have mentioned, like from the very beginning until now, I have mentioned a few times that, you know, our thoughts create our reality, which is yes, these things are true. However, what's meant for us cannot miss us. The tricky part is it does take, it can, if we get in our own way, if we don't do that work, that inner work or shadow work or light work, like if we don't do that inner work, that introspection, if we don't if we don't see a counselor to help us to better identify and manage our emotions and our thoughts, that can hold us back. But ultimately, what we are meant to experience in this lifetime, we will experience. Because time is an illusion. So being impatient is only going to delay you receiving that wish fulfillment, that passion, or for some of you, that romantic relationship. And it's important too. I know it may not seem easy, but with practice, it does take less brain power to stay optimistic, even if you can't physically see the hard work paying off or the fruition of your desires. That's just a side message for some people. Okay, I'm going to read from the Dragon Path Oracle guidebook now. Let's see, where are we? Lord Cthulhu could be somebody, or a dragon to work with or to look up. I think it's also an ascended master. Yeah. Okay. So maybe look out for the Divine Masters and Keepers of the Light, the Ascended Masters reading I'm going to do. Because Lord Cthulhu might have a message for you. There we go. Grace. This dragon flies into our lives when we have been or are struggling with self-worth, self-respect, and self-love issues. Or when we have been neglecting ourselves. It's time to look at ourselves and discover who we truly are. I almost said look out for ourselves. And that goes back to the platinum pile, where it's like stand up for yourself. I think that was platinum, right? Yeah, stand up for yourself. Look out for yourself. It's time to look at ourselves and discover who we truly are. We are magnificent human beings who need to find ways to let go of our self-imposed limitations and self-limiting beliefs. Grace's words are simple. Stop it! Now! You are more than you can possibly imagine. You can achieve so much more than you foresee. Believe in yourself. Push the boundaries of your self-imposed limits. If you don't try, you will never know how successful you can be. And if you perceive that you have failed, remember, there is no such thing as failure, only an experience to learn from. Try again. Dragons have an issue with the word love because we continuously misuse it. So they have opted instead for grace. That is so funny that I was getting love. And then okay, so piles 4 and 5 have to do with self-love as well. Love in all of its forms. Okay, good to know. Oh, that's so funny. So they have opted instead for grace, which they tell me is more encompassing and authentic. Grace is a deep acceptance of all that is within and without us. It means the end of struggle through embracing the whole of us as we truly are. I like that. That's a good message to start on. I like that. Because also, pink is the color for the upper heart chakra or the higher heart chakra, which briefly is associated with unconditional love. And unconditional love doesn't mean love without boundaries. It means love while accepting people, places, situations for what they are, and still being able to see, or still being able to have the ability to love those people, places, situations, or experiences. Now, I'm not there yet, but that's why I named my channel the Higher Heart Warrior channel, because that is where I strive to be, in the mode of unconditional love. So maybe, maybe you could find a meditation. There's tons of meditations on YouTube where I think it's the thymus chakra, which is the one right in between the throat and the heart. It connects the throat and the heart. So maybe look up higher heart chakra meditations. I don't know. That's something I should look up too. I should take that advice myself. I wasn't. Okay. We have here. Well, okay then. Am I taking this? I kind of have a little bit of a self-doubt situation right now, so bear with me. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna take it, whatever. Well, it was all going well until she picked up the... All right, sir. I'll be quick with it. Okay, so for the, I picked this up to read, I picked up the guidebook to read the Passions and Interest card, and then I got the Physical Issues card, the number 30, which is interesting because the Passions and Interest card is 40, and then we have 30. So maybe the number 4030 could be significant for you. Anyway, physical issues is, the keywords are illness, accident, and injury. Now, I'm going to place this down here, and we are going to read the Passions and Interest card first. Because, why not? Okay, we often carry our favorite pastimes with us from life to life. Sometimes they show up as passing hobbies, sometimes as career choices. An interest in math and money now could indicate a career as an accountant in the past. And if you were a lawyer or a police officer in a past lifetime, you may be obsessed with true crime and dramas now. Unlike some career issues that can carry negative energy, the repetition of your hobbies is usually driven by happy pastimes that you long to repeat. For example, a present love of ballroom dancing could be sourced in joyous memories of waltzing at fancy dress parties and sparkling candlelit ballrooms. A love of horseback riding can reach way back to past life jousting competitions, and your favorite horse now could have been your chosen steed at the time. Even seemingly modern sports like skiing, tennis, and bowling actually date back many hundreds, even thousands of years. Your present passions could also indicate countries where you lived during previous incarnations. If you love to ski, you likely had past lives in Nordic countries. And if you find yourself interested in the history of certain places, you could have been an active part of the very history that fascinates you now. In fact, any place or type of environment that presently calls to you strongly indicates happy past life residences or travels there. Karmic shift. While these personal excursions into old-time fun are usually harmless pursuits, they can become more problematic if they begin to take charge of your life. If you're spending too much money, you may want to pull it back a bit. Pleasure can easily turn to misery when addiction sets in. On the other side of the karmic coin, if something new calls to you, check it out. Even if you've never thought of taking watercoloring classes or going fishing, it may be a past life passion reigniting to bring you joy. An affirmation you can use. My life is touched by fun and interesting pastimes. I enjoy these pursuits in a balanced and healthy way, and I share them with others of like mind. That is a affirmation you can use. I will read the physical issues card now. Many physical problems can be traced back to past life illness and trauma. In fact, there's a cellular memory that can stay with us from lifetime to lifetime. And if that sounds crazy, look into epigenetics. This may sound strange since we don't have the same body or the same cells that were damaged in past lives, but that subtle energetic memory can become awakened in our present etheric and physical body. So I said look into epigenetics because for the majority of science, as we know it today, modern science at least, we thought cells were only passed down from our biological parents. Turns out it's also passed down from their parents. So the physical connection, the cells have memory is my point. Okay. And if they can have memory, and if we're just now finding out about epigenetics and how they can affect our lived experiences in this life, it's not that far of a leap to understand that it is possible that our past lives can affect our present lives through our cells. Okay. But that subtle energetic memory can become awakened in our present etheric and physical body. This is especially true in cases of specific illness or injury. For example, if you were hanged in the past, you could have neck and shoulder pain or throat or thyroid problems now. If you suffered broken or even crushed bones in some kind of past life accident, it could be the source of conditions like arthritis and fibromyalgia. Drowning or suffocation in a past life could lead to all sorts of breathing problems in this one. Even scars and surgeries can indicate a past life injury in the same place. Any illness can be a repetition, and if it's not as severe as the past condition, it's an example of ameliorated or lessened karma. So just to preface it here, when it comes to anything medical, I am not a doctor. If you have ailments, physical or otherwise, please see a licensed professional. Thank you. No matter what physical issue you may be dealing with, never forget to look into emotional or metaphorical meaning. It's highly likely that the specific message is carried over as well as the illness. There is always a personal purpose in every experience, positive or negative. So meditate on the source as well as the meaning. It is likely you'll receive a message about your own self-care or self-priority when physical issues are involved. Karmic shift. Re-scripting past life traumas can often heal the physical problems you may be facing. So investigate the source of the present condition in your meditations and your dreams. You can also find important guidance about physical patterns in Louise Hay's book, You Can Heal Your Life. In addition to her specific affirmations, meditate on the area of your body that's involved and invite Raphael's healing presence. You have the power to heal no matter what the source may be. Okay, the affirmation. Let's say it together. I release all toxic memories and structures from the past. My body and mind are free. Divine consciousness fills and heals every cell, every tissue, every organ of my body. How does that even relate? Maybe that's just a specific message for somebody who's dealing with a health issue right now. Don't worry about it too much. Obviously, take it seriously if it's a serious thing. But like the point is, like, when it comes to our physical bodies, our minds are very powerful. Our minds can influence our physical body. Hence, psychosomatic illness. Also, look into that. That I'm not going any deeper into that right now. So we have taken care of that message. Okay. The King of Water. Okay, let's go. Well, let's see, what, I hear you, bud. What is the, can I get some clarification on the physical issues, please? Why did you bring that up in my reading? Renewal. Okay, reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness. Time to head in a new direction. Clarity on your life purpose. In your heart, you know what to do. The letters J and E. Is that, what flag is that? Is that the Swiss flag? And then the number 20. Is that the, and, no way. That's Saint Germain. I swear that's Saint Germain. I swear that's Saint Germain. Bro, if that's not Saint Germain. That is Saint Germain. I know it is. Hold up. Wait a second. Where are you? Where are you? The violet flame. This, okay, you can see how I thought that was Saint Germain. Didn't we just talk about Saint Germain? What pile was that? Was that not this pile? No, it might have been this pile. Okay, well, working on your crown chakra, working with the color purple or violet can be helpful for you. And it can be healing because, okay, all right, I'll share. I don't know if you can see this scar right here, but I've had quite a few surgeries and worked through some addiction issues with those surgeries. Well, from the painkillers for those surgeries and the chronic pain. And the first time I was introduced to Reiki, I didn't believe it. I was like, yeah, I feel warm, but that's just because your hands are warm. And turns out, no, it was the energy from the person giving me the Reiki. Anyway, my point is, when I allowed my logical mind to stop trapping me in disbelief, and I opened up to the possibility that there are things that I cannot explain, I started to experience my first spiritual awakening, which then led to working through the pain that was trapped and stored in my physical body from the multiple traumas that I've experienced in this life. And in doing so, working through that trapped and stored energy in my physical body, it alleviated a lot of my physical ailments that happened as a result of that stored energy. There is a book called The Body Keeps the Score, which is widely cited in psychiatry and medicine now, but even 10 years ago, I was told I would always have pain for the rest of my life. I would always need painkillers for the rest of my life. I would never be able to do this. I would never be able to do that. And I believed it because I can only speak from my experience, but in my experience, I was taught doctors went to school, they know what they're talking about, which is not to say that doctors don't know what they're talking about, but they only know what they know. There's so much more that we do not know as human beings. And once I opened up to that possibility, just the possibility, that little crack, I realized, and spirit, the universe, God, deities, whoever, showed me, hey, you don't have to suffer. There's ways to work through the energy stored in your body, and at the same time, work through, like, it was a multi-pronged holistic approach that I took. I was in therapy. I worked through the trauma, the mental, emotional trauma, which is energy. I worked through the physical trauma, which is the surgeries. And in doing so in tandem, doing that together, was able to come out the other side. It wasn't easy, but I am better. I am no longer taking the medications that I was told I would need for the rest of my life. That then also those medications had me develop dis-ease that led me to need to take other medications that I was told I would have to take for the rest of my life because of those medications. It is a knock-on effect because of the imbalance in the cells. So I share all of that to say, I also, after that was a couple of awakenings. That was a period of a couple of awakenings. And then once I moved past those awakenings and I started to open to the possibility of reincarnation and past lives, I was like, oh shit, no wonder. No wonder I'm repeating this cycle over and over and over again in this life. And I can't figure out why I can't just get over it. Well, you can't get over it because it's a past life karmic experience that is showing itself for you to work through, to process in this lifetime, so you don't have to repeat it in your next lifetime. I hope that made sense. Which is why it's awesome that okay, so the physical issues card came out, right? For some of you, I feel like there's something that you're doing that you think you're passionate about. Like it said in the card, don't allow it to tip into the addiction side. When you're doing it mindlessly, out of habit, that's when you need to check in with yourself and say, okay, am I trying to avoid something right now in this moment? Is there something else I can be doing with my time that is more loving towards myself? And because I feel like for some of you, this hobby, this pastime, the hobby itself could be good, but the people you're doing it with could have a negative influence on you, or maybe they're impacting your ability to keep yourself in check, I guess, if it's got to do with like some addiction. And so I shared all that I shared because with the physical issues, I did mention to see your doctor. Yes, I still live in this 3D realm. I still live in this experience, so I need to protect myself. But my personal belief is when you work through the past life influences, physically, your body isn't so weighed down. Your energetic body, I should say, your etheric body isn't, and also your physical body, but it's not so weighed down by that heavy karmic energy that it is able to heal itself. It is able to regenerate. It is able to renew itself. Okay. The success that came with the Sun card now invites the question, what's next? This is a time for review and reflection. Where have you come from? Where are you now? Where do you want to go? This is your time. You can be anything you want to be. You can fulfill any dream. However, as with any request, you'll need to be able to clearly visualize where you want to go. You can't just accidentally arrive there. Okay. You'll need a spiritual map for the journey. Envision your happiest future. Bring the law of attraction to its zenith of power in your life. And when you have it figured out, then and only then take action. Until that time, peacefully develop awareness of flashes of inspiration and original creative ideas. These epiphanies are part of your life purpose and are meant to guide you on your way to joy. Additional meanings of this card: job or career change, an important milestone, a call to fulfill your destiny, releasing judgments of yourself and others, giving grace, understanding your life purpose, and a landmark decision. Okay, we're gonna, Archangel Shamuel and Jeremiel are archangels you could work with. Okay, hold up, I didn't read these. Okay, I got a little distracted because I'm not used to sharing my personal story, and I just shared like a whole bunch. So there's that. But I hope it helps. I hope it helps somebody. That's the whole reason I'm sharing it in the first place. Page of Fire. Please, please let me do it. You or your situation. Okay. Well, aren't you just a little firecracker? New opportunities, particularly those of a creative nature, await you as the Page of Fire. You've come to expect the unexpected, and the fire of your passions always gets fanned by the exciting possibilities that lie before you, even if it means taking a risk. You embrace the adventures that your angels have laid out at your feet. You always keep your mind and heart open, allowing your awesome childlike enthusiasm to fuel you. Most of the time, you feel like a child running to the entrance of an amusement park. It's hard to say where you get your inspiration, really. Sometimes you are exhilarated by a motivational person who comes into your life. Sometimes it's your own personal studies that spark the flame. Anyway, you know it really doesn't matter because that fire in you isn't going out anytime soon. So off with you. Go blaze a trail to success. But before you go, there's just this one little thing. Could you please finish what you start? Words of awareness. Stay focused, plan ahead. Make sure you don't allow yourself to become distracted by whatever the next sparkly opportunity is. Complete one thing before starting another. Don't be fickle. Other people see you as energetic, enthusiastic, full of life, young at heart, creative, outgoing, mischievous, but in a playful way, optimistic, entertaining, forward-thinking, impulsive, impatient, boastful, and easily distracted. Jeez, calling me out? Maybe this is my pile. Additional meanings of this card: promotion or career change, good news, idealizing others, an opportunity in the performing arts, sudden and overwhelming optimism, and an agent for change. I like that. Also, that with this passions and interest card, Grace could be calling you to love yourself enough to indulge in the hobbies, sports, and pastimes that you have and your interests. And to really allow that youthful, childlike wonder to guide you. Like it says, finish what you start, but also let it guide you. All right. Ace of Air. Sometimes things can get off to a bumpy start, but that doesn't mean you should just give up. Pay close attention to the ways in which your plans didn't go as expected. These are messages from your angels about how to improve your strategy. The Ace of Air isn't a no card. It's more about refining your methods. And wasn't that also envisioning it, reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness, even for yourself, grace for yourself? Yeah, helping you find your life purpose. Don't lose that spark. Just because things didn't go as you planned, don't give up. Finish what you started. The Ace of Air isn't a no card. It's more about refining your methods or intentions in ways that take your plans from so-so to excellent. Be receptive to these messages and the challenges you face will disappear. This card also asks that you communicate very clearly when sharing ideas with others. If your question was about whether, if your question was about whether to implement a new idea you've come up with, the Ace of Air says yes. Just remember that it will probably be necessary to perfect your plans over time. Additional meanings of this card: brilliant new ideas, overcoming obstacles, understanding the truth, being objective, finding inspiration, long-term goals, minor setbacks. The wisdom of the card: the time to begin a new journey is upon you. Although sometimes it's difficult to see the clear path, allow Archangel Chamuel's clear perspective to provide an awakening of what to do next. So call on Archangel Chamuel to show you a clear perspective. And then be open to what he says. All right, the King of Water. You are safe with me. You or your situation. At first, the King of Water feels very different from the Queen. On the surface, your emotions are restrained, controlled, and balanced. People can sense that you're a caring and kind individual. You're just not oozing with feeling like the Queen. However, Down deep, you're generous, warm-hearted, devoted, and sometimes even openly affectionate. Unlike the Knight of Water, you can be completely trusted in relationships. If this king represents you, then you care deeply for your romantic partner and your children. You are trustworthy and loyal spouse and a doting parent. You're dedicated to giving back through kind works or financial support for charitable organizations and those in need. You're a generous humanitarian and a very refined and cultured patron of the arts. People would say that you have a reputation for understated and quiet authority, earned through good advice and emotional maturity. However, underneath all this, the power of your emotions has the same undercurrent as the Queen. You desperately want a deep, intimate relationship with other people. It's just that you've experienced the unforeseen consequences of such close relationships, so you're cautious, even a little afraid. You tend to keep things under wraps with most people. Yours is a charitable heart, and you don't have an unkind word for anyone. You realize that you can't possibly understand everything that everyone has been through, so how can you fairly judge? Therefore, if someone else has negative things to say about some, they'd be better off keeping those sentiments to themselves. Like the Queen, you have a spiritual side, but it's more likely to come out in the role of a teacher or guru. Didn't I mention? I did. The educator in the past life energy oracle reading. Check out that pile if you haven't seen that reading. Okay. You have the intuition. It's just that you'd rather teach someone than do a reading for them. Words of awareness. Has anyone told you that you really need to learn the word no for everyone's sake? Don't be so afraid to show your emotions. Not everyone is out to manipulate your feelings. It's inevitable someone won't like your point of view, so you might as well get used to the occasional conflict. Don't worry too much. Other people see you as honorable, faithful, genuine, loving, refined, charitable, generous, happy, knowing, codependent, overwhelmed by emotions, stoic, willing to lie to avoid conflict, and overly agreeable. Additional meanings of this card. Creative talent, serving as a peacemaker, finding compromises between opposing interests, accepting diversity and unique views, seeing a therapist, and wise counsel. So I think I said this before, but it could be very helpful for you to see a therapist. Recovering codependent here. Hi, nice to meet you. Boundaries are something that you need to work on, for sure. All right, let's wrap this up by getting a loving message from your guardian angels. Pile number 5's guardian angels. Loving messages for pile 5. Prayer. All right, I'll show you this. Okay, it says, Dear guardian angel, to you I pray when I am fearful, help me remember that only love is real. When I am lost, help me find my way. When I'm confused, help me to regain clarity. When I feel lonely, help me feel your loving presence. Where I perceive chaos, help me to see order. Thank you. And there goes the clarity again. And wasn't it Archangel Samuel, I think. One more for pile number 5. Loving messages for pile number 5. Loving messages for pile number 5. All right. That's a lot. All right. Okay. Courage. Okay. Forgiveness. Holding on to a past hurt is preventing you from moving forward and achieving your heart's desires. Let it go. Forgiveness does not mean that you condone another's actions. It simply means that you are no longer willing to be a perpetual victim to a particular person or event. Blame is a waste of your precious energy. Bless and surrender the past, for in doing so, you will reclaim the joy of life. That goes on top of renewal, because yes, you can review the past with compassion and forgiveness. Forgiveness. Excuse me. Opportunity. Wondrous possibilities and opportunities await you. Stop dwelling on past mistakes. Surrender the past lovingly. There is nothing to regret. All is always in perfect and divine order. Everything that you've ever experienced has helped you in some way. The past is behind you. The path ahead is clear. Move forward joyfully and fulfill your heart's desire. Courage. Dare to be different, to make mistakes, create, for it's in creation that you exist. In this world of dreams that stem from the eternal heart, you are one with all creation. All is possible. Go forth and be true to yourself, for it is only through being true to you that you can be true to others. Yeah, I love that. That is a great place to end. I hope that this reading has been helpful for you. Pile number 5. Oh, there's another prayer on the bottom. Okay. Can you see? Okay. All right. Feeling generous. That's it though. All right, the prayer. Dear guardian angel, help me to believe that all is possible through love. Help me manifest my dreams and live an inspiring and fulfilling life. Help me to feel God's presence in every moment. Help me feel eternally loved. Thank you for being always by my side. And then the last card, the last message from your guardian angels is action. Drop all fear and just do it. You have the power to create and be whatever you truly want. Look inside your heart and take positive action in those things that bring you closer to achieving your desired goals. Nothing can stop you except your own fears. This card is positive confirmation from God and the angels that the time is right for you to start a new and exciting venture. So for whoever that was for, pile number 5, I thank you for joining me. Truly hope that this has been helpful and that the guidance from the dragons, past life energy, and the angels has helped you see a path forward that is clear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Take care.